Manchester United 2, Manchester City 1. Cheers. What a performance. What a result. What a manager. What a baller. I don't even know where to start, because there was a time when it was actually peddled that Amad Diallo is not physical enough, that Amad Diallo is not direct enough, that Amad Diallo must not be doing well in training, and that Amad Diallo hasn't really proven anything, and there's no sample space of games to justify the outcry of him not starting under Erik ten Hag. There was actually people in the Manchester United fan base who genuinely tried to defend Erik ten Hag's decision to persist with Rashford and Garnacho ahead of Amad Diallo. Hold that. What a performance. He won us the penalty. Bruno Fernandes obviously scored the penalty that equalized the game. And then, as if that wasn't enough, on top of an already tidy performance, as tidy as you could ask in the 10, he actually scores the winning goal away from home to our biggest rival, or second biggest rival, because, Liverpool. Unreal. And there are so many aspects of today's performance that I am so proud of as a Manchester United fan. Even when we were 1-0 down, I didn't feel upset. I didn't feel outraged. I didn't feel angry. I was a bit disappointed because we conceded from a set piece, but I wasn't upset. There was so much to be positive about, especially in that first half an hour. That first half an hour, in fact, the whole first half, we were tidy on the ball. We kept our discipline in possession. Out of possession, our shape was really good. That midfield pairing of Ugarte and Bruno Fernandes was doing a really good job. And unfortunately, Mason Mount got injured, and that kind of disrupted our rhythm a little bit. Kobbie Mainoo playing in the 8, I'm still not a huge fan. I'm still not a fan. I'm still not sold on Mainoo in this team. And I still think he needs to find his place. But it's all right. We'll have that conversation another day, because Manchester United won. Unreal performance. This is football. This is football. Moving on from Kobbie Mainoo, Bruno Fernandes. A performance today that I don't think was amazing, but I think it was a workman-like performance from Bruno. And he redeemed himself, because that miss was unforgivable. And it felt like that was the chance where the game slipped away. It felt like that was the moment where Manchester United Football Club were going to look back on and say, we played well, but we lost. And it doesn't matter, because Bruno missed that chance at the end. But he redeemed himself, taking a penalty away from home in front of, I won't say a hostile crowd, because the atmosphere was dead at the Etihad, let's be honest. At least that's how it felt watching on TV. I don't know what it was like in the ground. But, yeah, big up to Bruno Fernandes. Big up to Bruno Fernandes, because he redeemed himself. Big up to Mazraoui. Big up to everyone, actually, who played on that right-hand side. Mazraoui, Amad Diallo, Matthijs de Ligt, Harry Maguire as well. He deserves his flowers. He had a really good game today, I think, in my humble opinion. Big up to everyone on the team. Big up to Andre Onana. He didn't make a mistake today. I was praying that his bozo gene was not going to kick in and cost us the game, because I just felt like in my gut Onana was going to make a mistake today. It just felt like one of those days where Manchester United were going to play well, we're going to work really hard, and then Onana was going to do something stupid. And I'm glad he didn't. As somebody who's defended him since day one, as somebody who is one of the last dying members of Onana FC, I am happy that he had a good game today. Big up to, who else am I forgetting? There were so many good performances today. Diallo, he wasn't good today. He actually wasn't good today. And low-key, if it wasn't for the win, Diego Diallo would be getting absolutely steamrolled by the Manchester United fan base tonight. He was awful. He was so bad. It is undescribable. Words cannot describe how upset I am with Diego Diallo's performance today, but it's overshadowed by the joy and euphoria of the team's victory. I think he was arguably the worst performer on the pitch, and apart from him, maybe Rasmus Højlund, and I say Rasmus Højlund because he's the closest person that I can think of that didn't really have the best of games. That's not to say he was bad. Diego Diallo was awful, and Rasmus Højlund was okay. But everybody else was good. Everybody else, apart from those two, and apart from Kobbie Mainoo, actually, was really good today. And I think they deserve absolute praise. Manchester City were awful. Kyle Walker trying to, I don't even know what that was. He deserved to get sent off, actually, for his antics. That was absolutely shameful. In a Manchester derby, your captain, your leader, the guy who's supposed to take you to war, rolling around on the floor like that, as if he got shot. Absolutely embarrassing. He should have been sent off for that dive. Yeah, Man City were just terrible. Jeremy Doku, awful. Savino, awful. Erling Haaland, non-existent. That midfield, I can't even remember who played in the midfield for Manchester City. Let me just take a look. Gundogan, Phil Foden, Kevin De Bruyne, I don't think they were good. The mobility is just not there in that Manchester City team. And I think the biggest thing that kills Manchester City at the moment, besides the lack of confidence and besides the fact that they're just in bad form collectively, is that they just don't have an individual who's stepping up at the moment and dragging them through the mud. Again, Phil Foden, where was he today? Phil Foden, he's supposed to be the best player in the Premier League. He's supposed to be your guy. He's supposed to be the guy who can do it all. And he hasn't been performing for a very long time. Phil Foden needs to be put on fraud watch. Manchester City fans, I am sorry. We need to have uncomfortable conversations about your star boy. Kevin De Bruyne, he looks washed. He's still a very quality player in terms of technique. Technique never really leaves you. But he doesn't have the mobility. And again, Gundogan, he is not the same player. When Gundogan came back, I thought it was a brilliant piece of business. I thought, oh my word, Manchester City have replaced Gundogan with Gundogan. You literally couldn't write a better script. Football is so poetic, and Manchester City have done it again. A brilliant piece of business. But that couldn't be further from the truth. He was absolutely awful today. That whole Manchester City team should hang their heads in shame. I've never seen defending champions look so spineless at home. Manchester United, for the first time in years, actually looked competitive in a Manchester derby. And dare I say, looked like the home team. Away from home. That's another crazy thing. It's been so long. I actually can't remember a time where Manchester United won away at the Etihad in recent memory. That's crazy. In my entire adult life, I don't think Manchester United have actually beat Manchester City in a league game away from home and actually performed well whilst doing it. I can't think of any games. I might be wrong, actually. There might have been some under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But apart from that, even those weren't like dominant performances. Those were like scumbag wins. This was a good performance. This was a good footballing performance. From a neutral point of view, it may not seem that way because it was a boring game. It was cagey. But as a Manchester United fan, this type of game is something I've been crying out for a long time. Watching Manchester United every week, it's like watching a basketball game. It's back and forth. But since Ruben Amorim has arrived, there is control. There is composure. There is discipline. There is competence. There's an idea. There's an identity. And it's so refreshing. Even if we had lost today, I would be saying this because I was saying these things when we were 1-0 down. And I am saying it now that we have beat Manchester City. Unreal performance. I'm going to wrap the video up there. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. It's been your boy Triple M. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And tonight we are smoking the Pep Guardiola pack. Cheers.